After getting a little bit debriefed, I'm gonna have to defend. And I'm gonna defend something that people are like, you can't be serious. I'm defending Calliou. Believe it or not, I'm actually defending Calliou. So, now understanding how he got hated, we can actually now tear apart this whole entire debacle. Let me set the record straight. Do I even care that Calliou is gone from TV? Not really. I didn't really give a care. Personally, I kind of liked the idea of the puppetry that was in Calliou for the first few seasons. That got killed. I kind of want to see more of that. But, I most likely am part of the minor who actually wanted that, but they said, screw you. So anyways, we get to the downfall of Calliou. How did it happen? Well, it turns out in 2010, a bunch of people who actually watched Calliou when they were little decided to revisit it. And that is where you have the big issue of being like, so you're telling me that people who watched it in the past decided to rewatch it and see how horrible the kid is. And basically the idea of where he doesn't get disciplined, he's always having tantrums and stuff like that. Well, can I just be a jerk right second? Do you know that there was a president that people actually elected that most likely did the exact same shit? And yet, I'm sorry, but if you actually are against Caillou and you elected that man, pimp slap yourself, please. Just pimp slap yourself. Anyways, it is interesting that, yes, eventually you go back to stuff and you see that it's not that great or it was very messed up. True. But the thing is that it's a freaking damn cartoon. And lots of people will be like, oh, but in the beginning, it was made to actually relate to children and teach lessons. Yes. But note, did we ever even get a understanding or something that said, and the creators of the books were a part of that show? The correct answer is no. We never actually got that crap. So since that is actually something, they can only base it on the books, but don't actually have the principles a part of it. Given one of the books actually had Rosie getting bitten, and somehow the TV show actually did better. Do you really want to actually have that part? It's like, it's just a small little thing. It's small little. But still, yeah, if they were a part of it, pretty sure it would have been a little bit better. Or most likely even does the lessons better. Now, what about Caillou and no discipline? Here's the interesting part. Let's just look at this as it is. So, are you telling me that everyone who watched it and now you're an adult, did you mimic what the fuck he did? I'm just saying, it's like, if you mimic what the fuck he did, okay, you have a claim in this. But I'm pretty sure every single person that's like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, oh my gosh, this is terrible, it didn't affect you any, did it? So since it didn't affect you, technically you have nothing to really actually complain about. It's a stupid show, yes, but I'm pretty sure it's like, for me, it's like, let's look back at when I was a little kid. I didn't know any of the freaking Rangers' names in Power Rangers. I didn't most likely know any of the names of the Ninja Damn Turtles. And yet I watched it and it didn't impact me one freaking damn bit. All it did was just some good fun. Caillou is just mindless stuff that you can actually just put on and watch, just like how the freaking adults were, where it's like, sit down, here's your babysitter, watch the babysitter. uh, So it's interesting that they clean house and they're like, yeah, well, they're doing exactly the work of their grandfather and grandmother and the parents, of where it's like, we got to protect our kids of what they watch. And I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure Caillou is much better than any other bullshit you can find. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. With you now having to defend from the internet, pretty damn sure Caillou looks pretty damn good right now. Am I right? Pretty damn good. Because there could be worse things to watch, like Family Guy, for instance. Oh my gosh, if your kids watching Family Guy, oh fuck. Yeah, I'm sorry, but Caillou is better than friggin' Family Guy. I could tell you that much. I could tell you that much. Caillou is a role model. I'm not sure about that. I mean, maybe the book version is kind of a role model, but the freaking cartoon version, not really. I wouldn't say he's a role model. I'm pretty sure you most likely supposed to learn lessons from it, but in the end, it's a freaking cartoon show, and the persons who were responsible for it saw it profitable, and they were like, "Fuck this shit. We're gonna get this freaking damn shit, and we're gonna get millions of dollars." And that's what happened. They got millions of dollars before they collapsed and collided and turned into Cookie Jar, and apparently they collapsed and collided again and turned into Brainworks or some kind of crap, which I didn't even know Cookie Jars no more. And apparently DHX is dead too, which I'm like, oh, that's why there's no more Mega Man. You whore. You damn whore. Yeah, so when it comes to Caillou, though, it's technically just a cartoon. Sadly, the educational portion is not even there. Sadly. It's kind of like how it is these days where there's so much food and yet the nutritious part has been moved for some dumb reason. And, well, you got food, don't you? But it's like, yeah, but it's not nutritious. But you got food, don't you? And it's like, that's how it technically is with Caillou. You have something for kids to watch. Pretty sure they're not going to take it seriously. And you have to do the right thing and be an adult and talk to them about it and be like, that's not the way to do things. And plus, he is a role model, but in a way of what you should not do. I mean, at this point, when Caillou came, I was like, what, 10 years old or something? It was kind of okay. I was cool with it. And I was like, it's okay. It's like, I don't really care that much. It's just something to watch, you know? It's like, it's just something just to watch. Like, freaking people who actually smoke the and they watch the Teletubbies because, well, it's something to watch and they're freaking going crazy as fuck. Oh man, and Boova, my gosh, Boova, the freaking Teletubby ripoff. What the fuck? So the legacy of Caillou is more the fact of the people who watched it as children maybe feel remorse of what the fuck they just watched. And it's like, well, why in the world are you kind of sort of going after the show when the people responsible are your damn parents? I'm sorry to say this, but who's the people who actually got you to watch the show in the first damn place? Unless you were able to click the channel, which I'm pretty sure you could, but hey, you were a kid back in the day, you had to ask, what can you watch? So pretty sure you're gonna have to go at your parents too. It's like, it's not just Caillou, it's your parents too, man. It's your parents too. So they're technically doing damage control, which is good for them because, well, they're doing what their parents didn't do, which is if they don't agree with what's on the show, they got rid of it. And they sure did. But I would still have to say the claim of it's a dumb kid show. It's a dumb cartoon show. Do you think kids actually, well, kids are pretty impressionable, but do you think sometimes kids actually will take what the cartoon does and they do it? I mean, come on. That means that Bugs Bunny, it's like, I don't see any kids freaking eating carrots all the time. Or my personal favorite, grabbing a freaking paintbrush and drawing mustaches on people. Hey, I didn't do it that bad. I wasn't that bad. I just did it on freaking pictures. I'm kidding. Kidding. I just did it like once or twice and that's it. But still, though, I'm pretty sure that this show is just nothing but meh. I mean, it didn't impact any of these kids. It's like, you're adults now. Did it impact you at all? Are you crazy, wild, and crazy and freaking going ranting and raving and crap? No. The only person that I see actually did that crap, he didn't even watch the show. And I'm like, dude, he technically is the freaking Caillou of the real world. And he became president. Oh my God. Oh, man. Of course, it has to end with this thing. Well, excuse me, sir. Yeah. You say it doesn't affect anyone, but what about the rich kids? The rich kids? Yeah, the rich kids do the same exact shit that's freaking Caillou does. Oh shit.
Everybody say I'm a crazy man.